So this is a really weird format. It's not what you'd usually expect to see with facecam videos, but this camera is not very good, and I've done tests where I've put my face kind of as the whole screen, and the videos looked a little low res, a little goofy, a little weird. So I'm gonna maybe just do this for this video. The camera, I will be replacing it at some point, but for now, bear with me. But also, if you're watching these videos, you're gonna quickly realize that I look tired all the time, so ignore the black bags under my eyes and all that sort of stuff. Sleep, it's hard, you know? But I thought I'd make a quick video kind of just discussing some potential changes in the channel direction, and usually I kind of just do this stuff in a community post, but thought there's enough here to kind of make a video about it instead. So if anybody watches this, maybe you won't, maybe you will. If you're here, hey, what's up? If you're not, well, you're not gonna know anyway. So generally I have steered clear from videos using face and camera in the past. If you've watched the Pipeline podcast over on Darren's channel, you've seen me probably on camera a fair bit. But look, I'm an awkward guy, like a really awkward guy. I kind of just much more prefer and feel more comfortable doing voiceovers and stuff like that. I feel like it can be more me that way. But I've been thinking about ways to try and make this channel feel a little more professional and maybe a little more welcoming to new viewers. And I think maybe switching to more face-focused videos is a good way to do this, and a good way to be more open with anybody who watches the videos. But to be completely honest, the main reason for this is just editing ease, because my hope and goal for this channel has always been to have like a super consistent schedule of a video every second day, maybe every day, something like that. But due to always having to use images and videos in my edits, it means that editing takes a lot longer per video and stuff like that. Like a few months ago, I uploaded a video every day for 10 days straight. And I was really happy with that, but it was something that I suffered insane burnout because of. And a big reason for this is because I tried to switch to trying to use footage from what I was talking about in my videos. And YouTube's copyright system is very finicky, but mainly you can get away with it if you cut every 5 to 10 seconds from whatever video you're showing. So that's what I was trying to do. And if you're doing like a 13 to 15 minute video, cutting every 5 to 10 seconds from the footage you're showing takes a long time. It would take hours to edit every video. But I usually find that videos that either use footage of what they're covering or have a face feel more professional and feel more welcoming and feel more enjoyable, because you always have something to watch. You're not just looking at the same picture being zoomed in on and stuff like that. So to make editing a little easier on me, I've wanted to switch to this just so that I can get to a more consistent schedule. Kind of do a hybrid system of mostly my face, but then switching to videos and images where it enhances what I'm talking about. Also have a green screen behind me, so that may or may not get some use. But to also just be completely honest, if I want to do more professional things with this channel, or even maybe make some money eventually on this channel, this is a feasible way to do this. By not using so much videos or images that I don't own, I'm heavily cutting down the chance of this channel being chased by big companies if a video ever does well. Like, my videos don't do overly well. I'm okay with the kind of the consistent 1K views a lot of my videos get. Like, I actually am quite happy with that. But if videos ever start getting to the point where they were like, say one of my videos blew up and got 100,000 or something like that, big companies will start coming after it and be like, you're using images here you don't own, you're using videos here you don't own. Whereas using my face more regularly, it lowers the chance of that being a problem if the channel ever gets to that point. As of now, the channel is monetized, but only through streams, which I've also never done, and through memberships, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But in terms of just making money off of the videos themselves, that this channel is not there yet. Like, I'm not making any money off of these videos. I love editing, but I find that you can only get so creative and so unique if you're constantly using video footage and images. And I feel like mostly using my face also opens room to be a little bit more creative with how I edit and do things. Probably won't be noticeable for a while, but eventually I can get there and get some more enjoyment out of editing as well. Now, hey, maybe this is going to turn you off the videos completely. Maybe seeing my face constantly here is going to make you go, that's it, I'm unsubscribing, I hate this guy, get him off my screen. And honestly, I don't disagree with you there. That's, you know, you're making some good arguments. So generally to this point, the channel has almost entirely been DC, Marvel, and Star Trek, with a couple other TV stuff sprinkled in between every now and then, because I'm a big TV fan. Now, I'm completely aware that the majority of subscribers to this channel are here for either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Star Trek. Both times I've seen the most growth on this channel have been when I've been uploading a lot of videos in relation to one of those two things. For the most part, this kind of content is not going to change. As we get closer to the DCU, you will see more DC videos. As we get closer to Superman, you will see more Superman-related videos. There's already been a huge uptick in Superman videos over this year because of the fact that the movie is now exactly a year out as of the day I'm recording this video. Can't wait for that. So you will see me talk about that a lot more. As we get closer to more MCU stuff, you will see more Marvel videos. We're kind of at this sort of lull at the moment where there is not a lot of MCU or Marvel stuff. And when Star Trek shows are releasing, you will see more Star Trek videos. So it kind of depends on what is coming out and what is releasing at that time. That's mostly what the content is going to be. I'm never going to give up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos. It's always going to be one of my favorite shows of all time, but it gets increasingly harder to make videos on it the further we get from when the show ended. There's just no news anymore. It's unfortunately the fact on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I can cover those leaks and rumors about Chloe Bennett coming back or Clark Gregg coming back as much as possible, but it's unfortunately getting kind of likely that none of those rumors or leaks were ever legit, and they probably won't be ever legit. I feel like I've done every kind of ranking for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've talked about the rumors and leaks 101 times. Whenever an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. idea comes up, of course I will do something on it. But the unfortunate truth is that I don't want to be retreading ideas I've already touched. I don't want this channel to just look like the same videos 15 times. And unfortunately this is the case. If I tried to do S.H.I.E.L.D. videos every week, it would be that. It would be retreading ideas I've already touched on. But obviously, going forward, the kind of videos are also going to be slightly different if I keep doing face videos, combining them with the style that I've been doing over the last 5 years. Besides all of that, though, there are other kinds of videos and things that I've wanted to do on this channel for years, but just not gotten around to yet, like longer form video essays based around certain TV shows or something that I'd love to jump into. It might be outside of the usual demographic of things I cover, but just general TV shows that I've watched and love and want to do 40-minute videos talking about, that's definitely something that I've been really wanting to properly jump into for a long time now. Back in February, I had an idea for a series I was going to call something like I Finally Watched, and then whatever I just watched for the first time, generally based around like a big iconic TV show that I hadn't seen, that I just watched for the first time. Like this year, I finally watched The Sopranos for the first time, and I finally watched Twin Peaks for the first time. And for a long time, I was thinking about making those the first 2 videos in that series, but it just didn't really work out. So that's something I still would really like to do at some point. Along with this, gaming is something I've heavily wanted to do more of because I play a lot of video games, and some of the very first videos I made on this channel back in like late 2018 were Skyrim gameplay videos, and I think my first time playing Witcher 3 as well. I think I did some Star Wars Battlefront videos at some point, but I've always wanted to properly do gameplay style videos on games I love. But what's stopping me is kind of just YouTube being YouTube, where they heavily discourage you changing up your things like this, changing up your channel. They almost punish channels that try and be too many things at once. Like a TV focused YouTube channel that also has gameplay videos probably won't be pushed by their algorithm as much. It's why you see a lot of channels end up having a separate gaming channel. People mixing and matching their styles doesn't jive with what YouTube wants channels to be. What's stopping me here is that having a whole other gaming channel will be an uphill battle a little bit. And I don't want to be pushing extra stuff or extra channels constantly in these videos, which that's exactly what I would be doing if I made one, unfortunately. Me pushing it for months, trying to get people from the main channel to check it out, and it seems like a lot, but maybe this is something I'll try it eventually. If you would like to see gaming videos, let me know. I definitely would like to do it at some point. Finally, streams are also something that I'd love to be able to properly start dipping my feet into. A lot of other similar channels that I'm talked to on here do streams or almost exclusively do streams, so we'll see what happens there. I would never exclusively do streams. I love editing too much to kind of drop that completely, but I think getting into streams is a good way to kind of talk with people who are subscribed to the channel more. I think it's a good way to kind of have a little bit of back and forth and a little bit of conversations over topics that you don't normally get from just uploading a video, sort of thing. So you may have seen the community post a few weeks ago where memberships were launched on the channel. Similar to the gaming thing, this is something I was really hesitant on because I'm like, I don't want to be pushing these things on people. Like, I know it gets annoying when channels keep doing that or change channels. I'm not a big channel. Like, why would I have memberships and stuff like that? But I finally reached the view hours threshold where YouTube kept spamming me with emails saying, hey, you can launch memberships, you can get monetized, you can do this, you can do that. And I was like, fine, there's no negative to doing it. So memberships are just a great way to support the videos and to support the people you enjoy making content, and it's just there if anyone wants to be like, oh, I like this guy, maybe I'll be a channel member for a little bit, stuff like that. There are currently 3 tiers, and being honest, there's not a crazy amount of difference between them yet, and there won't be until until videos start getting more consistent and more regularly, because at the moment, I'll be honest, there's no reason to be a member unless you just are like, hey, I want to support you a little bit, because there's really no benefit currently until things start getting more regular and consistent on the channel. Currently, the tiers are as follows: friend of the show, super friend of the show, and best friend of the show. As I have it set out at the moment, friend of the show gets you loyalty badges, your comments will stick out in videos and streams, and there will be special emojis that I'm currently working on. Super friend of the show gets you the priority perks as well as early access to new videos once there's content availability, so that'll be a little bit down the line. Member shoutouts in videos, photos and status updates, you can suggest videos, and eventually there may be member exclusive videos in this tier as well. That's also a ways away though. And finally, there is best friend of the show, which really is just if you really want to show your support. You get all the prior stuff as well as connecting on various social media places, so a Discord members server potentially coming at some point, and as well maybe member only live streams at some point. Now, as I just said, all of these really are just if you want to show your support at this time. A lot of these tiers are still being set up and determined what exactly will be in there. So for right now, it's just if you want to help out a little bit. But yeah, that is the channel update and the kind of direction I am intending on taking things here going forward. If you watched this, thank you so much. Let me know how you feel about any of these changes. If you're super against any of them, let me know. I want to know. If you're super for any of them, let me know. I want to know. Like the gaming channel, for example, if that was to ever happen, would people watch it? Let me know all this sort of stuff. And thank you so much for watching. And I'm not going to do the usual subscribe, like all that sort of stuff thing, because I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're already subscribed. So have an amazing day.